Hi guys, Sabrina from ClickY Health Coach, and today I would like to talk about how you can get out of the stress loop with 4 R's, which I call relax, restore, recharge, and rejoice. So when you are facing burnout, every day you have stress building up just because you can reset. You're already like so out there with stress, chronic stress many times, and burnout, sometimes adrenal fatigue and other symptoms that stress keeping building up during the whole day. So for example, if you are at work and you are in your regular day, you are working, doing your job, everything looks great, and then suddenly your boss say, we have a big project for you and you're going to join a co-worker that is someone that you don't really get along, you have a difficult relationship, and immediately you can feel the stress coming up. Immediately your mind starts thinking about like, oh my God, what I'm going to do, how are you going to manage this? Or even like the conversation about, I don't like this person last time did something wrong, you feel that something was not correct in her way, how she was dealing with you. You also start thinking how tired you were, how difficult it will be to manage, and that goes on, just building stress. So the first R, the relax. And of course, for each situation, you can apply the R's in a different way. For this situation where you're just like at your work and you feel you're going to face a hard situation, is at work, the first wave of stress that you feel could be like really hard. And so how you're going to relax about it. And the thing is, why it's so important to relax, why it's so important to come down or lower your stress as soon as possible when you start feeling this wave of stress, because our brain doesn't function well when we are under high levels of stress. So any thinking, any decision probably won't be the best for you. So you want first to come down and relax a little bit. You can't do much at work sometimes, but you can have a cup of tea, or you can just go to the washroom and do like 1 minute breathing, so you can just feel your body coming down, lowering the cortisol levels. Or you can do a walk. Maybe you go out for lunch and you just spend some time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes doing a walk if you have a nice place to walk around. Or you can do after work something. What you could do, you could go for a restorative yoga class, or you could go for a swimming, or all those things are really important. So think about what could you do to relax yourself. What would you do when you arrive at home? Because generally what is common is you arrive from work stressed, and then you have to deal with your family, that they also have their own things going on. And instead of going for some relaxation, we just keep going. Sometimes you have to arrive and do dinner, cook dinner, prepare something for your family, for your husband, for your kids, and it's okay. But what are the small things that you could do just to make it easier? Could you just have a little shower before, so you just relax a little bit from your day and then you keep going with your family? Can you do like 2 minutes just for yourself, time for yourself, listen to some music very quickly, just so you low down? And even in a larger scheme, if you're in a chronic stress or in a burnout, relax, lowering your stress is the first step, so you even overcome your burnout. And the second step is the restore. What are the things that you need to restore? You really need to recover. So you can do some short meditations in the morning, so you start like recovering from your stress. You can have a warm bath with essential oils. You can have a massage, or even if you're at home and you can't go to a massage, maybe you do a self massage on yourself, or you have a bath in a tub if you have one. What are the things that you have around you that you can support you? If you have essential oils in your house, you can diffuse oils. Essential oils are amazing to relax and restore ourselves. You can use different blends and different single oils. You can diffuse, you can massage yourself, you can have a roll-on and pass on your body. You can even ingest some capsules with essential oils. You have a whole variety of options. So the second step is like restore. What are the things that you're doing to restore? If in the case that you have this project on the fall to keep going on the next few days with challenging co-work, what could you do so you keep restoring from your challenging days? Can you just do some journaling and brain dump everything that is going on, and so you can start having a different perspective? So you see, you first relax and then you start like restoring, trying to look for a different view, a different perspective, taking care of yourself, having a good night of sleep. Make sure your room is in the right temperature. Make sure you have your beds is tied and nicely, and you have, everything in place. It's a dark room. If you need to use a mask, anything, just make sure you're restoring. Because what happens regularly is when we face those stress, instead of like restoring and relaxing, we look for distraction. We look for TV and we watch TV. And of course, it's almost this feeling, oh, I will watch some TV so I distract my mind. But your brain keep being stimulated by the television and by all the things that come through the televisions. And most of the time, they are not the nicest and more relaxing thing. So instead of really relaxing, restoring, you just keep tiring yourself a little bit more. Also, it's if you go for a glass of wine and you drink a little bit more because you're too stressed, it's also not really restoring for your brain, because your night that you should have a good and sound sleep won't work the same way. You can even feel that you end up like shutting down easily or easier, but what happens over the night on your brain and all the toxins and everything that your brain kind of cleans up overnight is doing a harder job because you have the alcohol in your body. And then you have like the third step, which is recharge. How are you going to recharge? How are you going to make sure you're able to do it on the following day with your co-worker and all the work you have to do, and make sure it won't affect your life like in a bad way? You want to make sure you keep growing, you keep having good reviews in a positive way. So what you can do to recharge, the best thing is to move your body. You can dance, you can go to the gym, you can jump. Trampoline is good, and just feel your body and change your physiology, open your body, move. You feel the energy coming. And you can do a lot of different works for movement, but movement is really key to energize. You also can have like a green juice or something that will support you, because that's the other thing. A lot of the food we eat, instead of being recharging ourselves, instead of like giving us more energy, is doing the opposite. It's just lowering our energy. So good food, salads and live veggies, raw food, all kind of things, but a green juice or a green smoothie is perfect, and it's really easy, so you can make sure. And another thing is, if you want to recharge, you can schedule out this week some time to be with a friend or with your husband or a partner, someone that you want to do something together that will be nice, that you will enjoy. And again, very important is a time together to talk about good stuff, to be together, to be mindful with each other, and not to talk about your problems and keep getting more charge and more force to your problem and code, right? And the fourth R is rejoice. How you bring joy for your life, how you make everything lighter. What could you do so your environment at your work is lighter? Maybe you do like a special day just for yourself. I love Julia Cameron calls this like a artist date. If you can do an artist date, so you spend at least 2 hours doing something that you really enjoy by yourself, just a time, you know, to enjoy and to figure out. You can be walking with your pet or petting your dog, anything. You can be coloring, drawing. If you like some anything, reading, if you want to read something, a novel. I love reading, so sometimes I read a lot of for work, so it's so good when I can read something that is just a novel that is nothing to do with work, and I can slowly read it and enjoy that moment, having a cup of tea. It's one of the big moments. I love sometimes going out for having a cup of coffee or a latte or anything that you be by yourself, that you can what I would say, you can nurture yourself. I forgot the word. You can nurture yourself. You can just, you know, create this idea about that, you know, you are in a good place and you can do this and you are in control. Maybe it's just listen for a good podcast. Maybe you can just read a very good book that will help you to overcome your stress or anything similar. So that's the 4 R's. And I give you an example of how you can do in what kind of situation, but this can be applied in any time. And it's like, we'll give you simple tools. Each R, you can take the 4 R's like relax, restore, recharge, and rejoice. And you can build your own tools, what you want to do in each R. What are the things that you can bring to your life that will support you when you are in moments of stress is building up and you're starting not to be able to cope anymore? And of course, if you want to know more about burnout, how to overcome burnout, what are the tools, what could you do, subscribe to this channel, because more and more we will talk about tools about meditation, good nutrition, tapping, all kind of exercise, movement, mindfulness, everything that can support you to overcome burnout in a natural way, in a holistic way. Because burnout is not just when you are stressed and overstressed because you are overworked and you have a hard environment in your work. In a holistic way, we'll talk about this soon. In a holistic way, burnout is more complex because we are not a single person at work. We have so many aspects in our life. So if you like, give me a like. If you want to know more about burnout and how you can overcome and all the things that you could do, how you can empower yourself so you can overcome it, subscribe to the channel and see you soon.